What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Ad Podcast here at the Destination International Annual Conference in beautiful Portland, Oregon. We have Mark Mamber, the CEO of Tiki, with us to tell us a little bit about what he's up to at the show this week. So thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for those of our audience that might not be familiar with Tiki, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you guys do and where you sit in the ecosystem?
Yeah, sounds great. So Tiki, we've been around for about 15 years.
Nice.
And from day one, exclusively focused, living in the travel vertical.
Nice.
We've developed a proprietary ad stack that, again, we license to the travel industry. And we've got two primary pillars that make the business run. One is our publisher network, or publishing partners, and then the other is obviously the advertisers. On the publishing side, our value proposition, our pitch has largely been the same since the company's inception.
Interesting.
Our biz dev crew approaches any travel website in the world, whether it's a content site, an OTA, a supplier, Meta, whatever it is.
Anybody with inventory, essentially.
Anybody with any website that attracts a travel audience is a hot target for us. And we approach them, we say, hey, listen, over 95% of the web traffic that lands on your site is bouncing without generating some sort of monetary event.
Yeah, some kind of booking.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Booking, even a banner impression.
Awareness.
Like however they're monetizing their traffic, a huge amount of that traffic is they spend so much money to acquire that traffic, and through SEO and whatnot, and marketing channels. We say if you implement our technology across every page of your site, that'll enable us to do a couple of things. One, read the contextual signals of the specific pages that your traffic is visiting. And two...
So kind of looking at the native placement of are they checking out an article about travel to the Caribbean or
travel
something
to
like
Portland,
Yep.
This specific, reading a review about a particular luxury property in wherever. If it's on a airline site, what dates they're traveling, what's their origination, what's their destination city. We consume all of that, and then the second thing that our tech does is identify or trigger when we detect that person is about to take off. And when we get that alert, that's when we load or present a large format media unit to that user, as they're attempting to leave the publisher site. On the advertising side, the advertising pillar, we are filling that real estate, this high premium, super contextually relevant real estate that we create with historically the largest travel performance advertisers in the world. We're one of Tripadvisor, Trivago's largest marketing channel behind Google and Facebook and Meta. We're a tier 1 affiliate partner of Expedia's, Booking.com, KAYAK, all these largest global brands.
So you'll basically kind of search the catalog of partners for an offer that would be most compelling to them and try and get a booking before they bounce out.
Yeah, exactly. So to use the example, somebody's on a travel blog, researching travel to Portland, and then we detect that they're getting ready to go. We'll load a big ad that says, interested in, great hotel, didn't find what you're looking for, interested in great hotel deals from one of our partners in Portland, on these dates, then we run an auction and present, top bidder in our advertising system. And somebody engages with that ad, we deep link them over to the advertiser's result page that matches, what they were searching for on that travel publisher. So it's super contextually relevant, super low funnel travel audience that we're able to direct to our advertisers at scale. Now, a few years ago, when we launched our destination marketing.
So you got a DMO product
business
as
unit.
well.
Yeah, exactly. And that's when we started, working closely with DI, and they've been a great partner in helping us to establish our brand and
Get in
presence
front of that group.
within this group of clients. So with DMOs, we developed a really cool ad product where we index and consume the content of a DMO partner's website, and we digest that, process it, and build a large language model on top of that, and build a chat.
Basically a chat bot, so they can ask questions about the destination and get more information.
100%.
That's cool.
And so that's not entirely unique. There's any number of vendors that build and power these types of interactive chatbots for DMO websites or brand websites or what have you. But what's entirely unique to us is that we're able to plug that functionality into an ad.
Yeah, so you can syndicate that across your partner
Across
network.
our
It's
travel.
not just when they go to the a DMO website. And let's face it, who goes to DMO websites, honestly?
Well, thanks to Tiki, we can send plenty of traffic to
that's
those
great,
DMO
but
websites.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like if you're not, if like people probably aren't initiating a lot of their web sessions to like, oh, let's go look at the travel bureau's website. They're going to places you mentioned, third-party sites, and then creating that link between the DMO and the end traveler is a pretty powerful ad unit.
Yeah, 100%. The DMOs, they invest a lot of money in some really exceptional content that lives on their site, and this product that we call Envoy Reach is a great distribution vehicle for some of that amazing content. And again, we present it to people while on a third-party travel website, while they're actively planning a trip to a specific destination that meets the competitive set or drive market that the DMOs prioritize in their marketing mix. So put a big, pretty come to Portland ad and ask me anything you want to know about it, and the users just interact with it. So we're using that to not only generate a lot of traffic, people engage with it, click on it, send them over to the DMO site, but also all the questions and queries that get inputted into that ad. We're collecting that. We provide that to the DMOs as really like real-time market research. We're running a bunch of analysis on that, providing it to them in a nice executive summary that says, last month we're seeing a sharp increase in questions about attractions or how to get there or this or that. And
allows them to kind of maybe have some data to think about what their future campaigns should look like, what types of content they should be focused on to capture that organic search. Yeah,
100%.
That's super interesting.
Yeah.
How are things changing with the world of AI and AEO? 60% of searches no longer end with a click now. So less traffic is coming to maybe some of your partners, but the traffic's coming in probably like a more ready to buy scenario because people are clicking through like later in the funnel when they've already done their research inside of these LLMs. So is that changing, is that compressed buyer journey changing the way that you think about the travel consumers, purchase funnel these days?
100%. And in fact, like I feel like I set you up for this. This is a great soft set question
Let's
here
go.
because we just announced a new product last week, which is largely focused on helping destinations improve their AEO presence in the LLMs, and dominantly through Reddit. So
Reddit data is just so insane, and it's essentially, because it's downranked and upranked, it's really hard to infiltrate and to mess with. It's probably the purest market research you can
100%.
find.
God, you're just like you're just spoon feeding me right now. So this, what we've done is, as I mentioned, when we partner with a DMO, we create this, this agent, this custom AI agent that's in the DMO's, brand voice and friendly brand ambassador for that destination, 100% trained on their content, on that website content. So now what we do is we use AI to monitor every thread every conversation that's happening across Reddit on every day, and we look for travel-related threads, travel-related questions about your destination specifically. We surface that up. We've got assigned human campaign manager that's reviewing all these things and says that's an interesting question that we should respond to. So then they tap into the destination's agent that we built, plug in this question, get an appropriate answer for it, and then that human will post that answer within the thread on Reddit.
Wow.
And so we're doing that at scale on behalf
You're essentially
of the
doing kind of community management inside of Reddit.
Exactly, under the DMO's handle,
Wow.
Reddit handle, and similarly to our Envoy product, or our Envoy Reach product, we're providing analysis on what questions are being asked about your destination, what people are responding to it. Here's what we've responded to it, and to your point, we report on how many upvotes it got, and how many downvotes, and how many views, and all that kind of stuff. So we've run maybe a half dozen or so pilot programs with large destinations like Massachusetts, all the way down to smaller destinations like Visit Lodi, and our first paid partner, Tampa Bay, came online a couple of weeks ago.
Nice.
So we're here. We're
showcasing that work.
It's called Envoy Join.
Let's go.
But I guess to answer your original question, the LLMs, obviously, Reddit is a huge data source that influence the responses.
You can implant information inside of the source code essentially, and then make sure when those LLMs are answering questions, it's pulling in information that's relevant.
They're tapping into Reddit to help form their opinions that they're responding with, and we want to make sure that the DMO's content is as accessible as possible, and that's what we're doing.
That's awesome,
with
man.
This. Yeah,
That's a very cool tool.
yeah, we're super psyched.
Well, awesome, man. Well, Mark, thanks for spending a little bit of time with us today.
Absolutely.
If folks want to connect with you, learn more about Tiki, get in touch, where would you like to send people?
Yeah, Mark with a K at tiki.com, Tiki.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for spending a little bit of time.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
Cheers.
On YouTube, finding the right audience to build a media plan requires hours of research. And optimizing campaigns is time-consuming and a bit of a guessing game. That's why we built technology to do it for you. Strike Social.